In this video, I want to show you how we can make an animation like that. We took a vector file from Depositphotos.com, the sponsor of today's video, and we made this into an animation like that. Let me show you right away how to work on this. I've downloaded a preview version from Depositphotos with watermarks just to see if this is a good fit for my project. Let me show you a simpler version of how to do this with just two of those guys. So this will be scene number 1. I'll press Ctrl D, I'll put him above, I'll bring this guy in, and this will be scene number 2. If I am on the second slide and I press Morph now, look what happens. This guy goes up, and this guy comes from the right side. This guy comes from the right side because he was here on the previous slide. If I would take him to the bottom, he would come from the bottom. Look at that. Morph. Beautiful, a nice seamless animation, and I can essentially control where the animation flies by putting it somewhere else on the previous slide. If I press Morph, he will now come from the right side. The same things can be applied to text. Before we finalize this animation, I want to show you how I downloaded this from Depositphotos. I use the site because we not only have photos, but we also have vectors. And actually the vectors are more interesting to me because I do some animations within PowerPoint. Before I downloaded this, I went to download watermark preview, just so I can get a feeling for this file and see if this is a right fit for my project. If you would like to use Depositphotos, I have a 15% discount in the description. Just use it if you plan to use any of the plans. What's interesting, you can buy points and use them on demand as you need them. So the way I finished this animation, I just used text. Basically, I went into insert, text box, and I inserted some text like brainstorm or skyrocket your business. Exclamation mark. Then I made this far bigger with my Ctrl and right bracket key. I put this in the middle and I used a font I really enjoy lately, which is Poppins. At first I went to colors and I went for a white color. Then I took one of the words, and usually what I do here, I take the eyedropper and I use the color that is already in the images that I use. So I simply went for this yellow one and skyrocket your business. I'll take this text, Ctrl C. I'll put this text on the previous slide, for example, in the left corner. Now watch what happens. If I go to transitions and select Morph, it comes in from the left corner. Beautiful. Let me put another text here. I'll just press Ctrl D. I don't want to waste any time. Have an idea? Cool. Okay. In order for this to fly in from somewhere, I need to duplicate this slide. I will duplicate this slide, and actually here I will put this on the left top side and right top side. This way I can make sure that if I'm here and I press Morph, that it will fly in from two sides. I want this slide to have maybe just a fade animation, a half a second fade animation, and transition immediately after. And this is it. This is how I would make this very simple explainer video. Let me press play. This explainer video would come from the side, and after 2 seconds it would go forward to the next slide and make an animation like this. Okay, I see I'm missing this text. This text should also be copied to the next slide and brought somewhere to the side so it will disappear nicer. All right, this is how the finalized animation looks. Beautiful. I think this exemplifier is perfect, so I would just now download the real vector, convert it to SVG, and bring this into PowerPoint. Thank you once again to Depositphotos for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.